Hi guys and welcome to the next video of this entire series, and in this particular session I will be discussing what is online archiving in Exchange Online. If you have watched the previous video, in the last session we discussed what is a mailbox. We discussed why do we need a mailbox as a storage space. We discussed how you can create a user mailbox and how you can provide access of a shared mailbox to multiple users so that multiple users can have access to a common storage space. Now, in this particular session, I will be discussing what is online archiving. We will be discussing how online archiving works, what licenses are required if you want to enable online archiving for your user mailboxes. And I will be showing you how you can enable online archiving for the mailboxes from Exchange Admin Center and from PowerShell as well. So to understand how online archiving works, let's assume that we have a user and we have assigned Exchange Online Plan 2 license for this particular user account. Now, once we assign Exchange Online Plan 2 license, 100 GB of mailbox will be provisioned to this user account. Now, let's say that the entire mailbox is consumed, the storage space is consumed, and now this user is left with only 10% of this free space in his mailbox. Now, to make some free space in his mailbox, he has an option that he can delete certain emails from his mailbox so that he can reduce the space within his mailbox, or he can make some free space. But let's say that this user doesn't want to delete the emails. He wants his emails within the mailbox, or he needs access to his entire mailbox and all the emails. So in this scenario, what we can do, we can enable online archiving for this mailbox. Once we will enable online archiving, an additional storage space will be allocated for this particular mailbox. And this mailbox will be named as in-place archive mailbox. Now, if Exchange Online Plan 2 license is assigned to this user account, 100 GB of in-place archive mailbox will be provisioned, and this additional mailbox will be provisioned on Microsoft data centers. So in-place archive or online archive mailbox is not a part of the primary mailbox of the actual user account. This is an additional storage space which is provided to the mailboxes on Microsoft data centers. Now, once in-place archive mailbox is provisioned for the user, he has an option that he can move his emails from his primary mailbox to the online archive mailbox so that he can make some free space in his mailbox. Moreover, once in-place archive mailbox is enabled, or when you enable online archive for a mailbox, and if that user will log into his Outlook or in OWA, he will be able to see in-place archive mailbox as well within his Outlook and OWA, along with his primary mailbox. Now, if you want to enable online archiving for any particular mailbox, you need to make sure that you have a supported license which has online archiving as a service included. Now, let's assume that you have on-premise environment and you have your mailboxes hosted on on-premise Exchange server. And if you want to enable online archiving for those mailboxes which are hosted in on-premise Exchange server, you can purchase a license which is Exchange Online Archiving for Exchange Server. You can assign this license to the mailboxes which are hosted on on-premise Exchange server, and online archiving, Exchange Online Archiving will be provisioned for those mailboxes. If you have Office 365 completely hosted environment, or if your mailboxes are completely created on Office 365, in that scenario, you can go for Exchange Online Archiving license options. These are the licenses which already include online archiving as a service. Now, let's assume that if you do not have any one of these licenses in your organization, you can still purchase online archiving as an standalone license or as a add-on license, and you can assign that license to the user accounts. Now, let's say that you have these many licenses: Exchange Online Plan 1, Business Basic, Business Standard, Enterprise E1, and Enterprise F3. So these licenses do not have online archiving included as a service. So if you have any one of these licenses, you can still purchase online archiving standalone license or online archiving as an add-on license. And then you can assign that add-on license to the user accounts. And online archiving will be provisioned for those user accounts once you enable it. To enable online archiving for the user mailboxes, you can achieve this from Exchange Admin Center and from PowerShell as well. If you want to enable online archiving from Exchange Admin Center, you need to go to Mailbox Properties, and under In Place Archive, you need to enable online archive for the mailbox. If you want to achieve it from PowerShell, for that you need to run a PowerShell command, which is enable-mailbox-identity. Then you need to mention the email address or the display name of the mailbox. And then you need to use a switch, which is -archive. And online archiving will be provisioned for that particular mailbox. If you want to enable online archiving for the mailboxes from Exchange Admin Center, then within Exchange Admin Center, you need to go to recipients and then mailboxes. And then you need to select any one of these users who are available and to whom you want to enable online archive. And then after selecting the mailbox, on the right hand side, you will see few properties of this mailbox. Now in this list, you will see an option which says in place archive. And here you can see as of now, in place archiving or online archiving is disabled for this particular mailbox. If you want to enable it, click on enable, click on yes, and online archiving will be enabled for this particular mailbox. Now, when you enable online archive for any mailbox, you will see archive in these brackets. So if you see archive next to the mailbox type, that means online archive has been provisioned for this particular mailbox. So here you can see I have enabled online archive for 3 mailboxes. So if I log into Outlook client or OWA for any one of these users, I will be able to see in place archive mailbox. Now here I'm logged in to one of the users for whom online archiving is enabled. This is the mailbox of the user account. This is the primary mailbox. And if I scroll down here, I can see in place archive and the name of the user for whom the online archive is enabled, or the name of the user who is currently logged in. Now, if I expand it, here I can see this is the online archive folder, and this is the folder of my actual primary mailbox. Now, the moment you will enable online archive, you will not be able to see your custom folders or the default folders within online archive. And the reason is you haven't applied any retention tag or retention policy on the mailbox. As soon as you apply a retention tag or retention policy on the mailbox, and as soon as Manage Folder Assistant will process the mailbox, only then you will be able to see all these folders. If you haven't applied retention policy, you will see only archive folder. So here you can see inbox folder within my in place archive or online archive mailbox. And here you can see that I have moved 2 emails in my online archive. Now these emails were moved from my inbox folder of my actual mailbox. So that is the reason inbox folder was created within the in place archive mailbox, and these 2 emails were moved because I had applied a retention tag and retention policy. If you want to enable online archiving from PowerShell, for that you need to run command enable-mailbox identity, and here you need to mention the email address of the user for whom you want to enable online archiving, or you can simply mention display name of the user. Then you need to use a switch which is -archive. So here we are enabling -archive or online archive on this particular mailbox. So here you can just press enter and online archiving will be provisioned for this particular user account. So now we have discussed that online archiving is an additional space which is provided to a user mailbox on Microsoft data centers. And this additional space is not a part of the actual or primary mailbox storage space. When online archiving is enabled for a particular mailbox, that user can move his emails to online archiving so that he can reduce some space in his mailbox, or he can make some free space within his mailbox. When online archiving is enabled for a user account, that user will be able to access online archiving mailbox either from Outlook client or from Outlook on the web. So in this particular session, we have discussed that what is online archiving, how online archiving works, what sort of licenses you are required if you want to enable online archiving for a particular mailbox. And we have discussed how you can enable online archiving from Exchange Admin Center and from PowerShell also. In the next session, I will be discussing what are the retention tags and retention policies. We will be discussing how retention tags work. I will be showing you practically how you can apply retention policy on our mailbox. So if you have learned something new from this particular video, please write in the comments and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching the video. Take care.